Now we have the detail section. The detail section, we have the navigator. We also have the layer here, and then we have the focus. You can use this to view. So you can use this to view a particular area of the image so that you can see exactly the changes that is being made there. So that is the focus section. You have the sharpening. You can increase the amount of sharpening. And then if you want to see the effect of sharpening, you have to zoom into your image. So let's zoom in. So this is the zoom in button. Zoom in. Let's zoom into our image. So if you increase the sharpening, you can see exactly how it's affecting the image in real time. When you are just starting out on your image editing, no need to add sharpening. Instead, you even reduce the sharpening, because if you increase the sharpening right now, you are going to increase the sharpening of both the defects and the overall image. So you have to first of all remove the defect before you come to make adjustments to the sharpening, come to increase the sharpening. So I hope you understand that. So right now we are going to reduce the amount. The radius affects the sampled area. If the radius is 0, it means every single pixel is sampled. If you increase the radius, you are increasing the surface area that's being affected by the sharpening effect. So you can see how it affects your image in real time by moving it like this. This is the 0 radius. If you continue to increase, it increases the radius of the affected area. So you can see exactly how that works in real time. Also the threshold, you can increase the threshold, you can reduce the threshold. If you increase the threshold is like the opposite of the radius. See how if you increase the threshold, and see when you increase the radius, see when you reduce the radius. So you can use these two sliders, play these two sliders to have the effect of the sharpening you want. So we are going to reduce the sharpening right now. You have the halo suppressor. So if there's halo in your image, you can use this effect, this slider, to adjust that there's no halo in this image, so you're not going to see that effect. If I get an image that has halo, I'm going to come back and make a more comprehensive tutorial on this particular slider so that you see how it affects the image in real time. So let's reset the sharpening and reduce the sharpening. So that's all there is to the sharpening section. Now we go to noise reduction. If there's noise in your image due to the image being shot in a low light, or if you increase your ISO too much, you are going to introduce noise to your image. The Capture One has the ability to reduce the noise using the noise reduction. So you can see and reduce the noise in the luminance, but there's no noise here, so you can barely see that this image was well lit when we're shooting it. So you cannot basically see how this particular section or this particular noise reduction affects the image. You can also increase the details and also increase or adjust the slider of the color. Single pixel, you can increase the single pixels. So all these sliders affect the noise reduction. So we are going to leave it at default. We have fine grain section. This is used to stylize your image. You can see. Let's zoom in. The fine grain section adds grain to your image. The impact is 100, 0. You can also increase the granularity of the image. That option is not available for fine grain. But if you have silver rich, you can increase this. This is very handy when you are trying to add digital skin texture, but right now it's not the stage to add grain to our image. Then we have the mirror section. can add the amount. It affects the edge. You can see exactly how it's affecting the edge of the image right now. And the pattern. The effect is shown more when the image is shot outdoor. Images like this basically need this kind of setting. So that's all. So that's all there is to the detail section. We also have adjustments where you can apply styles and presets. You see your built-in styles here, the built-in presets here. You have your adjustment clipboards here. If you copy an adjustment, it's going to appear right here. This is the information section, the metadata section. You can explore your information right here. And this is the camera section. But for photo editing and processing in Capture One, the main section is basically the color section and the exposure section, and also the detail section that we've just covered. So at this point, we have edited and balanced the overall image, and we are now going to move into the next section, which is selective adjustment, and that will be done in the layers. So right now we are going to cover the layers in Capture One. Click on embed color profile. Then for the quality, you are going to change it to by cubic sharper for a sharper image. You can see how sharp our image is right now. Very sharp. Then you're going to click on save. Find the folder where you want to save and to that area. So this is the end of the retouching course. If you have any inquiry, you can reach out to me on Instagram. If you have my WhatsApp, you can contact me on WhatsApp. Also, for those of you that are very busy, we offer retouching services. That is, you can send us your image and then we edit them for you. High-end retouching at a very affordable rate. So even after learning this, if you want us, we can edit your images for you. Just reach out to me on Instagram. If there are other stuff you need, you can reach out to me on Instagram. If you have any question, you can ask me on Instagram. See you in another one.